Sorry, I had the stats on my phone, so we didn't have a paper copy. So I'd just like to start off by saying it's great to be 1-0. Coming in on the road, winning a game in the division on the road was a key thing. We didn't want to put too much pressure on ourselves as a team because it was the most important game of our season, only because it was the next game. Next week against San Antonio will be the next most important game for us of our season because it's the next game. Really looking forward. In past teams I've been on, offensively and defensively, in the special teams, you really grow from week 1 to week 2. And I'm really looking forward to the details, especially on offense, being tightened up because we were really, really close to a lot more big plays today. But there's for whatever reason, those just didn't come into fruition. Anytime you can hold a professional football team to under 200 yards of offense, it's not a good day, it's an outstanding day. So our defense held them to 174 yards of offense, 43 yards rushing, 3.9 per rush is just an unbelievable effort. I mean, unbelievable effort. And I thought those guys played great all day. They got after the quarterback now. Okay, that guy got hit. Okay, and he got hit. He's going to feel that game tomorrow, and we wish him the best of luck. But our defense, I thought, played fantastic, and we got to shore some things up on offense, especially running the football. We're not going to win the games we want to win with 34 yards rushing. It's just not going to happen. And part of that was we didn't get to run the ball as much as we want because we weren't very efficient on first down. Either when we ran it, we didn't get any yards, we jumped off sides. It felt like so early our second and longs and first and long plays were being used. So we just got to be better overall. And I think when that gets tightened up, we'll run the football better. So that's what we have to do.
Yes, we've got defensive back Christian McFarland with us and quarterback Case Kokas. We can take questions for all three along with Coach. Anything?
Case, you were the most sacked quarterback in the USFL over the first 2 seasons.
Oh, really?
I know was not great. And then today, I watched and you spent almost every play you were on the ground at the end. What do you attribute that to? Do you think that that's just something the Roughnecks defensive line was just that good, or is that something that needs to be looked at going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I think all credit to them. Like, they're a really good front. They got some really good players. I was with Adam last year. You got Ruben Foss in there. Like, they're bringing some different stuff. It's week 1, so the looks are a little bit different. They came out in some different stuff. And I got to get the ball out on time too. So I'm sure we'll look back and there's going to be a bunch of things that we can work on because protecting the quarterback is part of my job too. It's not just all those guys. I think there were some protections that, I might have messed up or called backwards, and we're going to fix that up and we're going to take hits off me. And but it starts with me too, and that goes across the board. But again, first week, we got it out of the way. I don't mind getting hit. I'm a football player too, so.
Coach, if you could maybe just talk about your offensive line a little bit. That was a question somebody had asked to answer.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where, like Case said, it's really easy to pile it on the offensive line when you don't run the ball well or you take some sacks. I mean, guys, I've been in the NFL for 15 years. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not saying that. So I've been around a lot of professional football. Okay, every single year when I was a quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, I would get with the offensive line coach, and he and I would watch the sack reel, and I would say at least 65% of them were not in the O-line. Okay, either the quarterback took the wrong drop, the quarterback didn't get the ball out on time, the running back missed the protection, we had the wrong call. Okay, they got us in an empty. All right, so there's so many factors that go into that. I'm not one just to pile it on, until you watch the tape. And I know I'm not trying to coach speak. I just explained to you kind of our thought process. So it will be better next week for sure.
And then, Coach, if you could just talk about some of the key moments that your defense really came up and made big plays.
Huge fumble recovery. Obviously, the special teams play to seal the game. I mean, anytime a play, I don't want to say that play won us the football game, but boy, we were taking a knee now. So, those are huge plays. And we put a lot of onus in on special teams. I mean, and things we got to clean up, like, what affected the game the other way. We can't kick the ball out of bounds. Right? When we're trying to go down and win the game and pin them back, we can't kick the ball out of bounds. In this league, you get punished severely for that. That ball goes out to the 50. So that can't happen. So that was a big play in the game. You know, obviously the punt return that they fumbled was a huge play in that game. I did not want to see that kid return that ball. Okay, I have flashbacks of last season against Pittsburgh when I was in the New Orleans Breakers. So I was not excited to see that kid standing back there. I was punting to him with the game on the line, and so we lucked out.
Can you guys talk about just how good it feels, or what it feels like to kind of get this, get this first one under your belt?
Christian, you want to take that one?
Yeah. So it always feels great to get back on the field, especially playing in the USFL the last 2 years. This was a longer camp than we had in the past. So there was a lot of built up, tension that we needed to get out. And just with the merge of the leagues, it's a bunch of new teammates. So it's kind of the first look at how we all kind of gel together just to come together for the win.
And what about just kind of the behind the scenes work and what's all gone into this to get to this point? What's that look like?
Yeah, I'll start that. It started back the day, whenever you form a new organization, and that's how I look at our team. Okay, I view us as an almost expansion team, because new coaching staff, whatever. There's a lot of people involved. From the day I took this job, it was critical for me to have Chris Anderson as our trainer, and I know that sounds small to some people, but it's not. It's huge, because he knows the culture that we're trying to build in Memphis. Okay, where the training room's not a place to hang out, right? It's a place you go if you're hurt. If you're hurt, you go there. If you're not, you don't. And so, and then it gets to hiring the coaching staff, right? And then we evaluating our own players on the Memphis team from last year, and figuring out who the 42 we needed to protect were. And so it's then obviously you draft the players, okay? And we were very fortunate to have these two young men on our football team. So that then it becomes a little bit more on the players, where they have to go through training camp and buy in and do those things, and they have. So it's been a long process in a short amount of time, all right? And so I'm very fortunate to have a lot of people in our organization that are fantastic coaches, fantastic players, fantastic trainers, fantastic equipment guys.
All right, guys, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.